Welcome to FBB Forum. My name is David, and this podcast is dedicated to all the amazing female bodybuilders. Thank you all for your support and the great feedback you provided. If you like this content, please be sure to follow the FBB Forum Instagram page and subscribe to the YouTube page. I'm very pleased to welcome the stunning IFBB Pro women's physique athlete, Nadia Henriquez, to the podcast. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Nadia has Nadia most recently competed at the Omaha Pro, where she placed seventh, and at the New York Pro, where she placed third, and both of those were this year. Nadia earned her pro card at the Latin Championships in 2018. She lives in Honduras and has a successful coaching business
Yeah,
there. Stay tuned to find out where she'll compete next. Welcome, Nadia. It's great to have you here.
thank you. Thank you for having me for the invitation. It's a great pleasure to be here and just to give this a space for all us bodybuilding women to show our hard work and dedication and just to get people to know us that we're more than just muscles. So that is really cool.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a really nice compliment from somebody recently saying that I kind of help humanize the bodybuilders and not objectify them, which I just really nice comment. So I really appreciate
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, really true. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. Now, my first few questions are about how you got started in bodybuilding, and I was wondering if you had an athletic or a sports background before you started competing.
Okay. Well, I've been doing competitive sports since I can remember. I come from an athlete family. My
Okay.
father is was a bodybuilder where it wasn't a maybe an amateur bodybuilding. He didn't compete at all, but he did bodybuilding and he loves to run marathons, compete in marathons. My mom loved the gym, so I was brought to the gym very early age because we don't have a nanny, so my mother bring me to the gym
Oh,
since I
nice.
was a little kid. Yeah, so I was in that environment since little age and started like competing in like three main sports since I was like 10 or 12. I did Taekwondo until 21 years. I competed there. I got a lot of medals, international, national, Pan American. I am black belt, second dan in Taekwondo. And at
Oh,
the yeah, side to side, I did track field. I did 100 meters, 200 meters, and I competed too there for those years in Taekwondo. And then when I started the university at 21, 22, I didn't have like, well, they don't, we don't have like sports scholarships, let me say, like US that you can go and do still just sports and study. We don't have that
yeah.
here. So I had to make the choice of us getting my degree or uh, pursuing sports, which is not like something that gives you for living in my country at least. So I decided to do my degree, finish my college, and but I didn't want to stop like training. You know, I did weight training in Taekwondo because like any sport, you need like weightlifting to support your main sport. So I always love to do weight, and then I got to the gym. I started training. My body responded pretty quickly to gaining mass because I love like I was doing sport pretty early, so I got my shoulders and stuff, and everyone was like, "Wow, do you compete?" I'm like, "No." But I started getting interested. A friend of mine introduced me to it, showed me some basics, the basic training, like for like 2, 3 years, and then I started studying, get my certificate as a personal trainer, continue studying, and that was it. I was started like can't remember if 2016 or 17. I started like competing in national shows, and from then on, I was like, that's history and brought me here.
That's
Yeah,
terrific.
that was it.
How
Yeah,
old are
so
you now?
this is sorry,
How old are you now?
I'm 35 right now.
35. Wow, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's so
I'm
cool
35.
that sports kind of led you to bodybuilding. And I've heard that from other ladies too, that especially that do college sports and and then that kind of ends, and then, what's next, so
Mm-hmm.
building is kind of a
Yeah.
nice way to continue competing and being active in sports too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And bodybuilding is a sport that you can do it in a long run. You can still do bodybuilding and not compete. So it is pretty cool that side. Other
yeah,
sports you have like a certain age to be like competitive, and you have like, you know, maybe 35, 40, you just cannot compete in this sport. The more mature you are in consistency, the better you look. So it's pretty cool.
that is awesome. Yeah, that's a good thing for sure. I like that too.
Hmm.
Now, I was curious,
Yeah.
was there a particular person that helped convince you to do your first contest, who really pushed you to try it out?
I don't know. I was always interested in bodybuilding. I used to see bodybuilding on when it was broadcast in ESPN.
Yeah,
When
I
it,
remember
yeah,
that.
I saw
Mhm.
all that. I saw was Linda Murray, all those guys, Chris, Lebroni, Dorian, all the guys, and I was always aspiring to do like something like that. And they promoted like shows here nationally, and I just like I'm just gonna try, and I tried the first one. It was really hard, the first time you don't know anything, how to diet, how to do a proper prep, you just go with it. I had a friend that used to compete and help me out, but it was like it was really tough. But I really came from sports that were, I don't know, the toughest though, to be disciplined, to gain weight, drop weight, like performance sports are like that. You gotta be based on weight. So I was used to it. So it wasn't like it was hard, but it was not different. So
Mm,
I just like the fact that I get through it, like it get more mentally strong and fitter. And then I was like, did one show, the other show, and that was it.
mm, that's great. Yeah, you kind
Hmm.
of got hooked on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the word. I got hooked. That's the word. I got hooked. I
That's
was
awesome.
hooked. Yeah, I was hooked. That's what, and I was like, it was not like the end. I know for sure, maybe you've heard that, this environment of fitness has to do a lot of things on like being narcissistic or doing the sport just to have a six pack and stuff like that. On the other hand, there are the other kind of athletes that have like a background like me that do it for the fact that they love to train and they love the process. So
Yeah,
for me, competing, it is hard like anyone else, dieting and all the stuff, but I love to go through it. I love it. I love it. And the harder it is for me, I know that I just can go through it, and I love it. I love the fact that I can get I don't know, like very competitive and be under pressure.
that's great. No,
Hmm.
that's terrific. I think that's wonderful. And yeah, you
Hmm.
obviously are doing a great job too, because you look great this year. So, yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I was curious, if you have a fitness or bodybuilding role model.
Um, like from the men's side, I was like hooked on the 90s bodybuilding. I'm like, I was like I told you, Lebroni kind of stuff, Cornier, all those guys that have the physiques they look like pretty. I just love them from the men's side. And from
Yeah,
the women's side, I was like hooked on the women's bodybuilding before, because I know that they shut it down because they get like too aggressive,
mhm,
and I wasn't like, I like it though, but I think it was going like too out of the hand. And right now,
yeah,
for example, it's really cool. Bodybuilding, women bodybuilders right now, the category for me is really cool. I will love to do it some year, the year, because I love the fact that you can get muscle and not that lose that femininity,
yeah.
like
That's true.
before. But my role models were like Linda Murray, Bev, and those kind of girls until there. In
Mm-hmm.
back later 90s, it was like, nah, I admire them and like them, but not, it was not like the look that I love. But though the Linda Murray look for me is like the top. I love her. I love her physique. Every time I train, I just imagine that physique. For me, it is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, she's incredible,
yeah,
isn't she? Yeah, I really like her a lot, and it's great that
yeah.
she's still active in the sport too. And I've met her a couple times. She's
That's
really super sweet too. So nice.
yeah. I met it in Romania, like the two times I went. I met her. It's just pretty cool. pretty down to earth. Likes to give advice, so is a really good ambassador.
I agree. No, she is. She's amazing. Yeah. And yeah, I agree with you about how she looked back in the day. She was just amazing and great ambassador for the sport for sure. Um, Now I was curious when you first got ready for a show, what was it tough for you to get up on stage in a bikini? Was it kind of nerve-wracking or did you get nervous at all?
Yeah, it was like pretty I don't know, it was like different. I wasn't shy at all. I was nervous, yeah, but it was like I don't know how to feel about it. But like I told you, the first show was like the break the ice, like what's gonna happen, how do I feel about it? But after the first show, everything was like okay. But it was a little like I don't know, I was like shy and stuff. I didn't know how to pose or just stuff. It was like I don't know. Let's see how this works, and it was good. I liked it.
That's very cool. Yeah, no, I bet it as over time too, I think you get less nervous, you get more used to it. No, you know what to expect, of course, too, which is good.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's the thing. You know what to expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, I was going to talk about competing now, and I was curious, what was your experience like at the New York Pro, and did you enjoy the show? And I know that you got third place there in a really tough lineup, so that was a great placing for you, I thought.
Yeah, I love that show for me was on my mind like for 2 straight years, and I was like so
Wow.
excited to finally came to do it because it is a big show. It has a lot of weight, and it always have like a tough lineup. Not everyone loves to do it because of that, because it's a show that everyone is like tune in mostly on our circuit.
Yeah.
So I love it. It was really cool. A great organization, like I told you before. The lighting, the people, the competitors backstage was pretty cool. Everything it was better than I expected. So it was as the show is known to be very prestigious. So I love it. I would love to come back maybe like in 2 years to see what's up, what I can get of
Sure.
it. So really,
That's
really cool.
terrific.
And with a tough lineup, I love it. And I was confident. I was good in my physique, but and I aspired to be like top five,
Yeah.
but to be top three for me was awesome, awesome, great experience. Love the result, and it was good. I love the show. Love it, love
That's
it, love it,
terrific.
love it.
You mentioned before our call too that you're able to compete in the USA now because you have a visa, so which is
Yeah,
works out better than trying to compete in Europe because of the distance and the cost and
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It is. Yeah, it is a lot less expensive. Like I told you, this year the plan was three shows. The thing is that I talked this not issue, but this thing on the at least in the physique category is that there are not like too many shows near. You gotta really plan the shows to do
Yeah.
it like back to back because when I saw the price in Texas, if I knew the show was gonna be like that, I for sure were planning to do later shows to get to do
Mm.
that. But
Okay.
imagine, I came from prep since February. Look, I was like, I'm June in Texas is I think in 3 4 weeks, 3 4 weeks,
Uh,
I guess. Right?
I think it's mid-August, I think. So it might be like 6 weeks, maybe. I can't remember.
Imagine, yeah,
Yeah.
imagine like 3 6 more weeks.
Yeah.
It is exhausting because of every category is difficult, but the more conditioned you need to be, the more harder the preps has to be.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
it's a lot of time to be dieting. So if you got more shows like this one, like maybe 2 3 weeks, it is good. You can do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I know the promoters, let's say San Luis Pro. I did San Luis last year. I get top five. But
Okay.
to do that show very early, it is hard. because
Yeah,
you came from not holidays, you got all the stops right in, and after San Luis, you don't got a show nearby. You got like 8, 10 weeks another show. So
that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I understand the promoters, but for us competitors, money wise, time wise, mentally, physically, it is taxing, and
Yeah.
that's the thing of I saw the issue on the physique thing category, that they're not like, there are shows, of course there's enough shows, but not two shows nearby, like let's say bikini for now wellness. You
Yeah.
got like a show in wellness every 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's true.
So I understand that people, it is more popular because it is more appealing for the masses,
Hmm.
but we got that like issue. So you can see that it is, there's a few like physique competitors that can do like more than 3 shows. I haven't seen a girl that do like more than 3 shows. You got
Yeah.
1, 2, and then the Olympia. That's it.
Yeah.
Because
I
and it's
understand.
because of that, and it is because of that.
And so you're probably not going to do another show this year, right? Do you think?
No, 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 no
No.
way.
Oh, yeah. I
No.
understand.
I
Yeah.
would I would love to. I would love to. I can do it. I know I can do it, but it is too far away. Too far
Yeah.
away.
I
Too far
understand.
away to do it, and I was like, nah. It
I
was like
totally understand
too
that.
hard. Mm. Yeah, for me, I think for everyone, you got to plan your competitive season at least 6 months ahead.
Yeah.
And if you have a show, like you cannot pick a show just because, oh, okay, I'm gonna jump into it and see what's up. No, no, you just gotta like
No.
really plan it out. And if you want to be like the best result, you gotta plan it out very ahead. You know.
Yeah. I understand.
Mhm.
What was your experience like at Omaha? And I didn't know if you'd be willing to talk about the malfunction that happened there.
No, for me it was. I'm not like frustrated or nothing, because, like I told you, what the things that were under my control, I got it under control and I delivered.
Yeah.
But
You
the
look
things I
great.
couldn't control, like, yeah. So I'm not frustrated, because the suit didn't happen. I was like, well, I didn't cry about it, or get mad at it. Everyone was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." Things happen. What I'm gonna do?
I
I'm not
understand.
gonna cry about it, or go back to my home. It just happened. I
Yeah.
think the other thing that I didn't like, and you can see from the pictures, it is the tanning.
Yeah.
I don't
Uh-huh.
know. The tanning, if you can see the pictures, even though you can see Sarah too,
Uh-huh.
that no, the pictures don't show really how the girls didn't look, because, like, for say Sarah looked more peeled than you can see on those photos, and you look like
Yeah.
it was like orange. I don't know, it was the lightning or something. And
I
the
think it was
other
the
thing,
lighting.
yeah, that's the thing. I didn't like the lightning too.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it was like, us competitors didn't know how well. I traveled by myself, so I didn't know how did I look, how did I know that I didn't place well, but there's not like streaming or nothing. So it was like, what is happening? Everyone's like asking me, and I was like, I don't know anything. I don't know
Uh,
nothing. I
I
cannot.
understand.
So, and everyone, even the guy from female bodybuilding was asking me, and how do you? I don't know. Then that sucks me, because there's no streaming. Anyone doesn't know anything about it until the show was over. That some people
Yeah.
took photos and put it up. So for me, Omaha was okay. I didn't. The show is fine. It is okay. The thing is, like, I don't know. I think it is a little more improvement. Just to be
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
maybe I know promoters. You got to be like, if you're on the pro stage, you aspire to be like, maybe those pro shows got to be like at least streaming, at least to people to get to know, because
Hmm.
that's the thing you don't get. That's the thing that competitors don't go much to these more small shows. It is too
Yeah.
much to invest to be so little show. And I understand the
Sure.
promoters. They said, oh, like, this is the same promoter of San Luis. They said, no, you guys don't come to compete. from the
Mhm.
start, but you got to see the competitor side too. What's happening? Why
Yeah.
are they coming? You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah, I understand.
compare you see New York and Omaha. They're good
Uh-huh.
shows. I'm not saying, but you see the difference in organizations.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, I
imagine
understand that.
if you were a competitor, what show would you choose?
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
of course, you will go to New York.
Yeah, that's true. That's a bigger show for sure.
Hmm.
And more pro divisions too. And
Hmm.
the
Uh,
but um it was nice though that I guess Susan had helped you with a suit or like a top for the finals.
yeah, I was really happy that she won because she looked terrible. She looked pretty good. I love
Yeah.
her posing, everything. I was just right next to her. She
Yeah.
looked really good, and I knew she would win. I knew she would win because I looked her and I was like, I told her, you're gonna win, and I was like, no, 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 you're gonna win. You haven't seen yourself, so you gotta win. So
I
everyone looks amazing, though. Everyone looks amazing. The show, like I told
yeah.
you, I'm not saying anything about it. It was a good show. I love the show. It was a good show because it gives a lot of opportunity to the amateurs too. So,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
it didn't happen for me. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
understand.
yeah, that's good.
That was just bad luck with your suit too. I think that was kind of yeah, malfunction like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and leading the show, I have an allergy too. I don't know if it was like I wasn't meant to do the show, and I was just going like, no, I have to do it
Hmm.
because I have some allergies, some health issues happening too. That didn't
Hmm.
hurt my physique though, didn't hurt
Hmm.
it, but I
Yeah.
wasn't feeling that good. I wasn't feeling
Oh,
good.
I see.
Into the show. I wasn't feeling like good. I wasn't, but uh, it is what it is. But I love it though. The experience, it gives you experience, gives you lessons to get to the other shows more improved and more prepared too. So
Hmm. Yeah,
it's
I got you.
cool.
I was pleased to
Mhm.
be at that show too. It was and I was pleased that Susan won. I agree with you. I felt pretty confident she was going to win that one. So yeah, she looked great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, too.
Now, I know you're not going to compete again this year, but where do you hope to compete possibly next year? Are you going to wait or take a year off?
Look, I have no like a date. I'm mostly gonna finish this year, getting healthy and prepare for an off season.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm seeing like rotating the shows to go maybe like do Texas, something between more Texas wise, or the beginning of the 226 season to get an early show, try to get that early qualification and get the rest of the year to hopefully get that Olympia and improve there. So
Yeah.
maybe that the second option is the more suited for me. But right now, I'm not gonna tell about it. I have those two options: do a later show next year at the end, or do at the beginning. So
Hmm.
mostly, I'm more focused right now to get to improving what the feedback was on the judges in between the two shows. There is nothing that I cannot do, and yeah, that's mostly the choice, the options that I got on mind. So we'll see.
Sure. I understand. No, I understand that. I think having a year off is good too. If you took 2025 off, because I think the ladies come back even better that way sometimes, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. And I need it though. I'm not gonna get like out of the scene. I will well, I'm planning to go to the Arnold Expo to see what's up, just to be in the scene, because you
Hmm.
gotta be active on the sport to
Yeah.
be like take it in account. That's the thing. I love competing too, but that's one of the things right now in every sport though is just to be um active, on
Yeah.
the maybe I don't know on Instagram to be seen on your circuit, just to people to get to know you because at the end that thing sums up when you go to compete though. Everyone
Yeah.
knows who you are.
Yeah. That
I know it really gets you, like your background and stuff like that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
every not everyone for myself didn't know who I was if I didn't got top three in New York, you know.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I got to be like active and be known and try to like maybe get some sponsors or to get my business in or more active, you know, those kind of stuff.
Sure. I
Be
understand.
more to me to be more involved. So that's one of the goals too in the off season.
That was something I actually tried to help Susan Graham with, was get her promoted more and then get more attention for her, because she's not really good about it promoting herself. So so
It
I
is
think
look, yeah, look. The thing is, and I'm part of it too. But I understand that this is a business too. You know, every sport it is. I have been in like I told you, three competitive for this one and the others, but I have doing other sport just to because I like to do a lot of stuff. But it is like that, you know. You gotta promote yourself, not because you want to like, oh, I want narcissistic stuff. Just the thing is, you are your business. So if you want to get like be
mhm.
noticed and be like be a sponsor, maybe sponsor or get your business, like I told you, or be more. You gotta be out there, you know.
Yeah.
Not everyone has time because when you're truly an athlete, you're very more focused on getting the job done than being like taking videos and stuff. If you as a true athlete, you see your page, you're like, no, this is not interesting. I'm gonna see you. You go through the other profile of the athlete that is really promoting himself. Maybe not getting the results they want a competitive wise, but he has more people following him, seeing him,
Mhm.
so it's gotten
Yeah.
more business and it got more chances, you know. And
Yeah. Hmm.
I shift that mindset just like a year ago
Okay.
because that's the thing. You gotta be realistic. That's what it's working. That's what it's helping, and
Yeah.
gotta put a little more mind into it. So that's
I
the like I
agree.
told you, one of my goals.
I think that's good, and I agree with you on that. I do think that even the judges and the even IFBB leadership kind of take that in mind, and I think it does help you in the long run. I know it's supposed to be all about the physique, but I think there's politics involved too. So you know what I mean? So
It
yeah,
it is with the same thing if you were planning to get a job interview. Right now in job interviews, they go and see your Instagram profile.
yeah, yeah, that's
They
true.
go
Yeah.
and see it. They go and see your Facebook profile. They don't
Uh-huh.
look at your resume first because well, that what happens like 3 years ago. You put a request and you put your Instagram and stuff like. Why do you need my Instagram? But they see it in the
Yeah.
visa too. In the requirement of the visa, you have to put it too.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
you have to put it too. Yeah, imagine. So that's a
Oh,
sign that you need to be. That's a sign that you need to be active and to know what to put out there, what content you need to put. They wanted
yeah.
to show people to get to know you the way you want to show yourself. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's interesting.
mhm.
I didn't wouldn't have thought a visa application would require that too.
Yeah, that's the thing on your country. You know, you gotta put your stuff out there to know why I'm traveling to USA and all the stuff. So,
Oh yeah,
gotta do it.
I
Hmm.
understand.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, I was curious to have the judges at New York Pro or Omaha Pro giving you any feedback on where you need to improve your physique or your presentation.
Okay, well, the general feedback was physique wise to come like more condition.
Hmm.
The category right now is had to do a lot more of being conditioned. If you have seen the later shows, you see that the top girls that are winning are the most conditioned, not the biggest. Not
Yeah,
well, you have symmetry and all the stuff going in. But the more, if you have two girls that have beautiful physiques, the one that is more conditioned is the one that are going to win.
yeah, that's
The
true.
one on it, for example, the Spain one. Look, the girl that it comes, it was so ripped to the
Yeah.
bone,
Hmm.
so she won. And well, that's in one is get more condition. The thing that I need to work once I'm still competing and improve. And
Mhm.
the other one was like get to more like a V taper, more lats, and more of lower body in the backside to get it more matching on the outside, on the front side. Sorry,
Okay,
that was the general critique that I got about it. Everything else, it was like you got the thing is that you got a good package, you got symmetry and all the stuff, but you if you want to win a show, you have to work on those points, and you will be good to go. So
that's
that's
great.
the issue. Mhm.
Yeah, sure. I understand. No, I can see that. Yeah, in terms of those improvements, but I think you can do that definitely. And
Yeah,
you
definitely
do
can do it.
you have a great look on stage too, and great posing too. You
Thank
look
you.
great. Um, I was curious, do you have a prep coach or a posing coach currently?
Yeah, I work posing coach with Kristina from KG Center Stage. I've
Yeah,
been
she's
working with
great.
her almost over a year. All my off season last year and this year, I worked with her. So
Mm, she's great.
we're
Yeah.
really, yeah, yeah, she's really good. And I've been working now for a year with Shelby since the San Luis Pro. I've been working with him like over a year. Maybe we're
Okay.
going into 2 years. So
Okay.
with
Great.
Shelby has been my prep coach. So pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's a good duo of coaches. That they're really good coaches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is a great duo. It is really good.
that's
They're pretty
terrific.
professionals and they help with every detail. So I'm very honored and pleased to work with them.
That's awesome. Very cool. That's great. Yeah, I think that's a
Hmm.
good duo for sure. And yeah, they're definitely top notch coaches. Yeah.
Yeah, they're top of the line.
I was curious, what would you say is the most challenging aspect of competition prep for you?
Ooh, well, I think the try for me dieting is not that hard. Well, it is hard, but it doesn't hurt me that much. The thing that it gets me through it is the consuming time that involves to be in prep, you know.
Yeah.
And mostly in my case, that I'm an entrepreneur, to balance that with your business
Mhm.
is very, very hard, because I work with people and your energies are low. You're always like thinking just want to rest. I'm not
Yeah.
like most, I'm not like hungry wise. In my case, I want to rest. So,
I understand. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. Try to get that balance. It is really hard. It
I
is
bet.
really, really, and once the weeks go by and you are near the show, it gets harder. So for me, is that trying to get a balance time between what you do for living and your, let's say, your hobby too, or your other. For me, would be like your other profession, let's say. So it is
I
hard.
to I understand
That's
that.
the thing. Hmm.
Yeah, I bet that would be tough. Yeah, bodybuilders almost seem like plan out every minute, just because it's a tough schedule to maintain and especially like you said, doing your own
It
business.
is tough a schedule.
Yeah.
Hmm. It is really hard. Yeah.
I was wondering, what advice can you give to ladies who are looking for a good coach?
Um. Well, first of all, you got to look like what how many clients or how they're maybe do the research, try to talk to some clients and try to follow him on their pages or what protocols do they use and stuff like that, and see the results they're getting
Okay.
to go to trying to get one, because like every industry, it is good and bad, but you just have to like really try it out, and the red flags. So most of all, to see all his athletes that has where did they get them and how long did they get them, how long have been with this with that with that coach. Because for me, a red flag for me, a red flag for a coach is that there's not like there's too much changing of client, like
Yeah.
one client just say 3 months and then you get another, and mostly if you got too many athletes and not all of them are getting the result, just maybe a few, It's just like, okay, he's not gonna pay attention.
Mm,
And when you start the first month, when you don't get that back-to-back communication in time, you just know he's not gonna be there for you.
yeah.
But mostly I would be that, do your research with other competitors, see what result has been getting, how long does those clients stay with them,
Okay.
and what protocols does he use, and from then on, you just make your choices.
Great. That's good advice. Very good. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and so you have your own coaching business, right?
Yeah, I have a personal training studio.
Okay.
Mostly I don't train athletes at all.
Okay.
I train like day to lifestyle clients, day-to-day clients, other sports athletes, like they said from my older sports like taekwondo athletes, runner athletes, to be the base coach on weight performance kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my thing. That's my thing. Uh,
Do you,
yeah.
do you work with any bodybuilders online at all, or?
No,
Mm,
no, I don't like it to. I don't like to because I'm pretty, they say pretty tough on myself in that category. So having another person to be in charge of what bodybuilding involves for me, and I'm still competitive. It doesn't work like that. I don't know how others do, but
yeah.
to be on your own prep and try to have another athlete, I don't think you're giving the best, service,
Yeah, I
because you
understand.
are on dieting yourself and you have other person dieting. I don't know. I'm not saying that does some people can do it, but in most cases you're not focused on that person. You're focused on yourself, and just
Yeah.
having other person. And I'm still competitive. If I ever stop to being competitive, I I would love to work with some bodybuilders, but from now on I don't work with them because of that, because I'm still active. And I'm
Uh-huh.
not I'm not gonna pay that enough attention to how detailed you gotta be
Yeah.
with that sport. In
Yeah.
other sport, you don't gotta be like on nutrition schedule. They have their own nutrition that you have to be on all only training wise, like I do with some other sports. And so I don't have
Uh-huh.
to be that involved. So it is good for me. And like lifestyle clients, they just want to look good or be strong or be healthy. And that's
Yeah.
it. And a bodybuilder, like you said, it is 24/7. You gotta be all in with that person. So no, it is too
Yeah.
much to work with.
I totally understand that. I think that's smart to stick with the
Hmm.
lifestyle clients and do it in person too. And
Hmm.
and so you still live in Honduras, right?
Yeah, I live here. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
was curious, is there kind of a supportive bodybuilding community there that you found?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No. Yeah, we have bodybuilders, like I told you, there are national shows and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But these kind of countries, third world countries, they don't support anything that has to do with being an athlete or being an artist.
Okay.
You want
Yeah.
to be a successful athlete or a musician or actor or something, you gotta like fly to another state, and from then
Mhm.
on, sorry, another country, and from then on, build your career because there are more opportunities. Right now here, these kind of countries are always like they have like you know m- like issues with governments and stuff like that. So really try to get a sponsor here. It is really hard, mostly non-existence
Yeah.
because
I
of,
see.
of, of those kind of countries. And no, it doesn't happen like that. There
Yeah.
are like people who do it, but you gotta like compete outside, like I do it with your money, and
Mhm.
that's about it.
I was curious if you would be interested in moving to the USA to be closer to the kind of the hub of bodybuilding. And
Hmm. I would love to. That's one of my main goals, like I told you.
yeah.
Uh, the same one that the Glenn asked me of Amazon. I would
Uh-huh.
love to. That's a plan of mine in the future. I don't know, maybe from 5 to 3 years. But
Hmm.
like I told you, I have to build more of my career. I have to be more like I told you, be more on the social medias kind of stuff, be more
Yeah.
competitive. So to be considered, to get maybe a job, a sponsor, and try to look out there. But I have to have a good resume for people to take me in and said, okay, I'm gonna help this girl, I'm gonna bring her in and all the stuff. So, but I have to
Yeah.
make my resume because I've only competed like 2 years in the USA. Like I only have done St. Louis, New York, and Omaha, only three
Wow.
shows. So
Yeah, I
and
see.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm competing with girls that are living there that have 10 years competing
Hmm.
on the pro stage in the US. So it is a big difference, you know.
Yeah, that's true. You're still kind of getting established in the US, I guess, too. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
true.
yeah, I'm still a baby. You know, no one knows me that still no one knows me, so I have to like build a
Yeah.
reputation.
I liked how the FBBC guys promoted you for getting third, and they were kind of surprised, I think, that you'd place seventh at Omaha because you did look really good at Omaha, and I thought you would place
I
higher there.
know everyone. No, the downside of it is that maybe they think I got New York out of luck because that's how you interpret it. I get it out of luck and what happened in Omaha, but not everyone. I haven't like go out there and say my social media this happens. So just some people like you and others that have reached it to me and say what happened? You got third and it's seven. You messed
Yeah,
up your prep, and I was like, no, physique wise, I was good. I was better. I have my check-in photos there. I haven't put
yeah,
them up still. I have my check-in photos. Shelby was like, what happened? I was like, I told Shelby this and that. Okay, well, we can do nothing about him because I know that will still hurt.
yeah.
So
I understand. Yeah,
I yeah. So I have to go back and do more shows and be more prepared because that's the thing. Things happen when you're not like expecting them. So
yeah. I totally understand that. Yeah, I thought you looked great. Yeah, I thought I definitely would have placed you higher as a judge at Omaha because I liked the way you looked, and
hmm
yeah, but yeah. Um, I just have a few more questions for you. I was curious if this is just a hypothetical question, but if you were in a leadership position with IFBB, what would you want to do to make the sport of bodybuilding better, improve the sport of bodybuilding?
um well, like this kind of stuff, like I don't know, maybe promote more like I don't know, interview with athletes, more like expos or promoting like I don't know, stuff that fans get to know more of the athletes and get to know more of the sports,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff that more that we have that maybe seen a lot. So I guess that things because shows there are enough shows that you can do it, but maybe like I told you, maybe more streaming shows, get sponsors from not only fitness, like maybe like other other brands that maybe are in the health and fitness that have more weight, and I think
hmm,
that will be like more okay, you know.
hmm,
Try to promote more the athletes and through the athletes the sport, you know.
hmm.
But I guess for me, I've seen that a lot of changes that have been that uh, have been made that have been good, like
Yeah,
coming out and giving feedbacks of the most important shows, like they're doing like giving feedback to the top fives and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, you know.
I like that
Um,
too. Yeah,
yeah, they're doing stuff. I think that the changes that have been made or they're happening are really good and helping a lot.
yeah,
But maybe I don't know. Maybe try to make the other promoters of smaller shows a little more like upgrading stuff
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I
Maybe
understand.
that would be a good option. But I think right now they're doing a lot of stuff. I like it, but maybe those two things like would be good. But I guess they will get there. You know, I have no complaints at all. I think they're doing a really good job right now.
Yeah, I agree. I like the changes they made recently, and I think maybe I think Tyler Manion seems to be kind of spearheading a lot of that, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
and
he,
it's a yeah. It's new blood, that's
Yeah,
what we needed, a new blood, and try to get like more, not like they weren't doing a good job, but we need like youth on the sport, new ideas, just to keep it flowing and growing. That has been happening, because if that happens, there's more money coming to the shows. You get better pays, better, you got more athletes coming in because they want to compete, and for money though, because at the end you need money to compete, and it all comes back to it.
yeah, I agree with you on that. And I definitely, I think that there has been some improvements for sure. It'd be nice if we could get like a, Dwayne the Rock Johnson to be like a promoter or something, just like a little bit more star power, you know?
Yeah,
That
like
would
that.
be,
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, to get more like stars that were more involved in fitness, to give more spotlight in the sport. That'll be like pretty cool.
you know who I've seen in the audience in Tampa a few times is Dave Batista. You know, he's the wrestler and
Hmm.
actor, but I would love for him to promote the sport more too. He's a big star now too.
Hmm.
So, but I
Hmm.
really like him a lot. I would like to see him even if he competed or something, it would be kind of cool. I don't know if he would compete again, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. True that.
I was curious, just one more question about, do you ever find yourself the target of like fit shaming, you know, where, um, because I'm kind of surprised that y'all have to deal with that because you look so good, you should be praised, but you know, you always have to deal with the
Mm,
trolls and just negative reaction to female bodybuilding, I think, but,
yeah.
deal with that.
Mm. Yeah, I think everyone does it. Mostly the females are the ones that get that backlash.
Yeah,
When I was starting, I have the it happens more when I was starting. I seen like more changes than in that only the family too gets involved and say, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to look different like a man? You have to go and explain yourself. You don't want to be a man. You just gotta be athletic. There's nothing bad to having muscles as a woman.
yeah,
And but I think once you cross that barrier of trying to explain yourself, everyone just stop asking. Because right now everyone like mostly people see me and I was like, they just I get a lot of attention, but I was like, I don't mind. I now gave confidence to go out and don't mind if people are seeing me or saying I have a man voice or stuff. I just laugh at it. I say it as, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I
mhm,
have people come to me and say, I want to look fit, but I don't want to look like you. And I was like, you're never gonna look like me. It takes
yeah,
years in dedication. So
uh,
stay like that, stay like that. So I'm
yeah,
okay with it. But I've stopped explaining myself, and just people realize it. And mostly I put a very serious face so people don't ask me about it because I look like
yeah,
mad, and I was like, that's good. And I mostly I'm not like the kind of girl that loves attention. Once I'm out of a sports wardrobe, I only like to look have like oversized t-shirts, like shorts and stuff like that. I don't
okay,
dress like a man, but I try to look like comfy, so I don't get like that much attention because I don't go out like this naked or go on a run on a top. No, no, no.
I
I just try
understand.
to get down low because of that. Hmm.
Yeah, I totally get you on that. That's cool. And I was curious, like from a cultural perspective in Honduras, is it, um, you know, maybe it's not as accepted as in the US, or do you find,
No, there's no way it's accepted here because Latina girls, our bodies are totally different.
yeah,
We have like big butt and they're curvy. Well, mostly curvy. So if you see and you can see like non-bodybuilder girls and maybe do like another sport and everyone's like what like a new species or something like that. So
yeah,
it is a very few. If you're talking like being a bodybuilder, like right now, maybe I have maybe like the big one as in more noticeable is me.
mhm,
And then the other girls like around there do like bikini category wellness category, stuff like they're more acceptable
Yeah,
than
sure. Yeah.
looking like very broad shoulders, broad lats, big legs, abs, and other stuff. So yeah, it's not like that acceptable. No, not at
Yeah,
all.
I understand. Yeah, I would expect that too from yeah, from Latin American country, I guess. So,
Hmm.
um, no, I'm glad that you're doing it though, and you look really terrific.
Thank
Uh,
you.
is there any, we're gonna wrap up now. Any shout outs you like to give out to folks who are listening or?
Well, I want to thank you everyone who's supporting these channels, FBB, all Amazon, Female Bodybuilder building. There are great platforms that, like I told you, help us out to get out there, to get to know us, to promote the sports, to not seeing to not say glorify women as bodybuilders, but accept the fact that we're trying to like improve ourselves by working our bodies.
Yeah.
That involves hard work, discipline, commitment,
Hmm.
breaking those barriers as females that have muscles. So it is pretty cool, and hopefully they support the sport and try to compete too, because if everyone try to experiment like once in a lifetime competing, they will love it, and more people in the sports, it is more. Oh,
Oh, oh,
sorry.
we lost you. Oh no, it's okay.
Sorry.
No
By
problem.
the way, that's a blooper, so you can put it out there.
Okay.
No,
No problem.
yeah. No. It is. Yeah, I want to thank everyone, and promote that the sport is out there, and it is like any other elite sports. Just because you get out there and do like stuff in bikini doesn't mean that that's a lot of things involved, like
Yeah, that's true.
presentation and stuff. So it gives us credit as every other sport, because like myself, I've been in other sports, and it is no different. It
Hmm.
is the same discipline, the same commitment, the
Yeah.
same accountability to deliver as an athlete
Okay.
what you have
Yeah.
to show. So it is really cool. So just to you know support us and cheer for us too, because
Yeah.
we're here working and hard.
I know. I know. No, you look terrific. I'm really pleased to get to speak with you
Thank
here. And,
you.
one quick question too. Could you do a quick flex for me?
Well, yeah, we're gonna put it out there to see if let's see. I've been eating rice a lot, so I have to be like pumped.
Oh yeah. Wow, you look great, Nadia. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your abs are looking good too.
Yeah, I'm still like doing reverse dieting. I don't want to get like off season body right now. I try to like because I've always been having athletic body. So for years this was my usual body, having abs and stuff. So I'm not like, for the first time I've seen my abs. They're always been there. So
Yeah. That's awesome.
it's pretty cool. So we'll see.
Yeah. No, you look terrific. Well, thank you. And I'll
Thank
try to
you.
get this posted relatively soon. Probably later today, might be tomorrow, but I'll tag you.
No
And
problem.
thanks again for your time though.
Thank you. And yeah, don't forget about me. If you need an interview or something, I'll be here, active as I told you, and just try to promote the sport to us as it is.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have to do a follow-up sometime for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nadia. Take care.
Bye bye.